Hi, and welcome to our last Nurses Nugget of the school year. Today I want to talk a little bit about one of the 8 laws of health. And I know we've been dealing with the 8 laws of health in our 8-week challenge on Instagram, but today I want to go just a little deeper about one of the specific laws. Now you'll remember that the 8 laws of health, an easy way to remember them is to follow the acronym New START, and that stands for nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, S-T-A, air, R is rest, and T is trust in God. And those are all really important for your health, but there's one of those that is the most important one of all. And if I could wrap it up in a little present and give it to you, I would. And that is trust in God. You know, in life, we really don't have guarantees. There are almost no guarantees. But there is one thing that is absolutely 100% reliable all the time, and that is God. And we can trust Him. And so I could give you a lot of medical illustrations and talk about different studies that have shown that patients are more healthy and recover better if there are people praying for them, or if people who have less heart disease and cancer and have longer life because they have a trust in God. They have faith. But I'm not going to do that today. I want to talk specifically, a little more personally, I guess, about the importance of trust in God. And so I want to tell you a story, not my own story, but a story that I love. And it is about a missionary couple. They went as missionaries. Jim and Elizabeth Elliot went as missionaries in the early 1960s. And they went to a remote tribe that was known for their violence. And this tribe had murdered every person who had come and tried to reach out to them. Now Jim and Elizabeth and a few other missionaries worked hard to try to build the trust between them and the missionaries. And finally the day arrived when Jim and some of the other missionary men were going to approach the tribe and to try to evangelize them. And they flew their airplane and they landed in a nearby area, and the men from the tribe came and they killed all of those guys who had come to minister to them. And Elizabeth was there, not at that site, but she was there where they were staying, not too far away. And she had a little baby girl that was only 10 weeks old. And suddenly she was so far from home, and she didn't have her husband. She was in a foreign country with a different language and everything. And Elizabeth trusted in God. She knew that God had brought them to reach those people, and she trusted that He had a plan, even though her husband had died. And so she decided to stay and try to reach out to the people in that little remote tribal village. And she did. She and one other lady went and tried to reach out to them, and the people were so surprised that they had forgiven them and that these women would come and try to help them on their own, that they ended up listening to them, and they ended up believing in God and having faith in Him. And even now, 60 years, close to 60 years later, people from that tribe are still traveling in the world, around the world, and reaching out and teaching about God's love and God's forgiveness. These are grandchildren or children of the people who committed the murders. And their lives are completely changed. So as this school year comes to an end, I want to say that I wish for you all of these laws of health so that you'll be healthy in mind and in body. But most of all, I hope you remember that no matter what in life, you can trust God. Here's a quote from the book Desire of Ages. It says, "Circumstances may separate us from every earthly friend." Does that sound familiar? But no circumstance, no distance can separate us from the heavenly Comforter. Wherever we are, wherever we may go, He is always at our right hand to support, sustain, uphold, and cheer. as you go forward throughout this summer and throughout life. I hope we meet again, hopefully this next school year. Seniors, hopefully I'll see you at your different colleges when I travel with the school. But I hope you remember that God is always, always with you and that you can trust Him. Blessings on you.